Then what are the weapons like? A story by user Slow-Ad2584. The alien patrol was hunkered down in a muddy ditch, under heavy fire from the jungle canopy sloping up against a distant hillside. Don't worry, the humans sent a fire support craft. It'll be over soon. Not only will we survive this and get lifted out, we are in for one hell of a show. You are gonna love this, kid. The young warrior was nervous, it was true. He had already been shot through the shoulder, the acidic slivers burning in agony deep in his marrow. The enemy firing at them from the cover of the jungle canopy were cowardly, insidious, and unfortunately very, very many in number. He heard the distant approaching whine of air turbines, the distinct sound of human atmocraft. He spotted it clearing a mountain ridge in the distance. Just one craft? He asked uncertainly. Yep, that's all it will take. Oh wow, they tasked an archangel. We may need to find better cover. The white and gold craft was fast, and had a distinct predatory bird aspect to its design. Like a raptor in a dive, talons outstretched before it, as if moments from catching its prey. The humans had a definite artistic style when it came to military warcraft. There was no doubt it was a thing of beauty, in a deadly sort of way. As it whisked over the distant enemy position in a blurred streak, the staccato burst was heard, and a cloud of glowing white things were ejected rapid fire from the craft's sides, arcing down to the jungle as the craft pulled up in a zoom climb, displaying a gloriously enviable flight envelope as it accelerated up into the clouds. Several anti-air missiles streaked up into the clouds from a different part of the hillside in pursuit of the plane. The cloud of glowing objects fell right amid the center of the enemy position, and, wow, the entire jungle ignited as if it was covered in gasoline. Those things must be millions of degrees. The jungle cover basically incandesced into ash near instantly, dissolving away as the cloud of whatever they were fell to the ground. When they reached the ground, the screams began to be heard. The young warrior was amazed and slightly horrified at the scene unfolding before him. Wow, but what about the missiles? Thunderclaps were heard in the clouds, with blinding flashes of white light and the thwomp of implosion missile warheads. The warrior was concerned. Then the archangel swooped into view, the trailing edge of its wings glowing in ionic blue. A final missile swerved as it vectored in, and a bolt of lightning leapt from the trailing wings of the craft, vaporizing the missile as it got close. The final thwomp of the missile shredded the cloud vapor with its concussive shockwave, and the archangel arced and dove back towards the jungle hillside, through the hole in the clouds that the missile made. The pilot has some style, the veteran warrior said admiringly. That was amazing. What incredible weaponry they had. Weaponry? What are you talking about? The attack run hasn't begun yet. The young warrior gestured in confusion to the lava fields bubbling in the distance, of what used to be the enemy position. Oh, that? Nah, he just popped flares as they call it, hoping to draw out the main enemy force location on the flyby. Those were just countermeasures. Those missiles gave away the main enemy location. Now they're doomed. The young warrior looked to the now quiet hillside. No gunfire or enemy movement at all, stunned. Countermeasures? Then what are the actual weapons like? Well, we may be blind for a few days after this, but we got front row seats to see. From the distant aircraft, roaring down in a power dive, talons outstretched, an ascending powerful whine like a hydroelectric dam turbine ramping up in speed could be heard. The powerful building whine from the archangel reached a deafening shriek, and the purpose of the outstretched stylistic talons to the craft became clear. One of the talon arms detached and streaked down to the hillside, glowing a blinding golden white. It was unclear if the claw was glowing due to heat, radiation, or if it was just the atmospheric friction due to the incredible speed it was moving. It was practically a blur, even at this distance. The weapon streaked down into the distant hillside, leaving a glowing line in its path, and seemed to just disappear into the trees in the hill. There was no bang, no thump. The two warriors huddled in the trench stared in the sudden silence, as the archangel pulled sharply up and disappeared in the clouds. Before the young warrior could speak, the veteran elbowed him and just said, "Wait for it." The entire hillside, approximately a kilometer in diameter, started to swell upwards. Ballooning up like a volcanic bubble, trees, soil, rocks, bedrock, revealed concrete bunkers, trucks, soldiers, tanks, everything was uplifted in an odd anti-gravity hover, seemingly gently being lifted up and spread apart. Maybe it was the distance and scale of it all that just made it seem slow motion and gentle. As the deep ground layers started to crumble and separate, The gaps revealed a spiraling swirl of golden-white light deep in the center of it all. And suddenly, all of it was enveloped in a blinding glow. It was beautiful, honestly. So blinding, but impossible to look away. As the starburst of light flared to a painful peak, it suddenly faded and winked off. What was left at the impact site was a smooth spherical crater, 1 kilometer wide, its edges glassy smooth. Everything within and what was floating above was just gone. The veteran warrior shook himself from the daze and grabbed the young warrior. "Get down, take cover. This is going to be loud." The rumble could be heard approaching. A shockwave in the jungle could be seen racing outwards from the detonation site, knocking trees down as the wave raced outwards. The ground began to shake as well. The young warrior was both amazed and greatly confused. He could not even begin to guess what any of this was. All he knew was, yes, he would have that starburst after image in his eyes for weeks. And yes, the ground was seriously starting to shake and vibrate, as the sonic boom of the atmosphere hammered him down into the dirt. His whole world was earthquakes, hurricane winds, and deafening roars for longer than he could count. Some time afterwards, the young warrior felt the veteran's hand shake him. "Get up, kid, it's over. And our ride is here. Let's get that shoulder treated." The young warrior stumbled, trying to see. Then he saw it. Their evac ship. It was the Archangel, sitting on a rise gleaming pristine white in the sun. Its side door opening, and human medics were hopping out to shuttle the warriors aboard. "This is the same ship that did—" "Yeah, kid, the Archangel is a human medevac transport. What did you think it was?" the veteran said with a knowing grin. "Honestly, I thought it was a destroyer of worlds." "Not even close. But hey, when we get to the human forward base, remind me to point one of those out for you." Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Check out the description for the story, and join the Discord if you like. Consider supporting the channel and the author as well. It's a dangerous world out there, but remember to be brave and look up to seek the stars.